Good morning, welcome to the project of Toyota AE86. I thought I'd take this opportunity just to run through the car. I picked this up a couple of days ago down in Southampton from the docks. It's been at sea for nearly 7 weeks now, coming over from Japan. I bought it off some very low res images and described as an abandoned vehicle with the intention of kind of doing this up, maybe taking it to doing a couple of track days and whatnot, but ideally just try and get it in and working so that I can enjoy it, you know, go off to do a couple of Nürburgring trips and various track days around the UK. Anyway, this is a Toyota Sprinter Turano. It's a Zenki pre-facelift, so it's an 84 car, so it's got the obviously original style bumpers, and I think the light clusters are different as well on the facelift ones, but ultimately it's the same thing. This particular model was only ever sold in Japan. The UK we sold it as the Toyota Corolla. I think we did British touring car in them, but people still rally them. So they're, you know, they're kind of like a, I don't know, Ford Escort Mark II kind of type car in terms of, you know, its race pedigree. Anyway, so I say I'm expected. I didn't have high hopes, and we had to push it onto the trailer, as well. You'll find out shortly, but it doesn't run. As probably indicated on the back, this actually got an electric motor in it. This was used in Japan for a race series over there. I managed to track down from the team name, it's amazing what Google does, managed to track down the entry sheet for this back in 01 and 02, and even an image of the guy who's got his name plastered all over it, which is pretty good. Internet makes the world smaller and all that. Anyway, I thought I'd do a quick run through, walk around the car. I haven't been underneath it yet, literally had this for a couple of days, so it's going to be a bit of an exploratory, you know, task to find out what needs to be done, but at the moment I'm just trying to suss out how bad this rust is, because that was always my biggest concern. Everything else I'm not too worried about. Right, because this has been built mainly focused as a track car, if it doesn't add performance, it's just not on the car. So, for example, we've got one wiper on the driver's side, no passenger wiper, obviously weighs too much. Same with door locks. Don't need a door lock for the passenger side, weighs too much, straight away. So, you know, this guy, I like the way he's thinking, he's really focused on it properly. So this includes plexiglass, polycarbonate, and all the windows except the windscreen. That's still glass for the obvious reason, but I believe you can even buy polycarbonate heated windscreens for these things. Anyway, we've got a kill switch on the front here, which I think is quite funny because I don't think you need a kill switch on an electric car, but there we go. Front wings look pretty good. Door, although I haven't opened this door yet, still taped shut. It looks okay. The main worst part of it is the sill down here. It looks pretty rotted, and as you can see, you can't avoid the elephant in the room, which is the rotting arch over there. As we walk around the car, this is like a, I'm not sure if it's an original, but this is a TRD, Toyota Racing Development spoiler. It does block where the barrel for the lock would be, so I think you could probably, well, this probably hasn't got the cable to control it because that would weigh too much. But it's at the moment it's tied down with tape and springs. The plan is to strip this car back and spray it back to the original white and black kind of panda finish that it originally came in, according to the VIN plate. So we'll get rid of this baby blue as much as I love it, we'll load it. Looking at some of the battle scars, I think this car was probably perhaps even yellow and red. So over the last 30 plus years, 33 years, 34 years, I think this car's gone through a few colour changes. So I'll be adding to that history. So this side, the driver's side, is in a lot better state. Well, it certainly looks like it anyway from the outside. This arch is quite clean, doesn't seem to be any rot, even inside the arches where you can see there's next to no undersill protection. You can just, it's pretty clean. Again, we've got another problem with the sill down here, and I think also it stems to a little bit of the door jambs as well. We'll have a look at that in a second. So yeah, roof looks clean, no sunroof, non-sunroof version, which has got to help with rigidity and weight again. I haven't seen many without sunroofs, but yeah, so that's pretty good. Anyway, front of the car, flip-up headlights, as I say, JDM only. The UK ones came with square lights and obviously different bumpers and bonnets to accommodate it. So underneath, in the where the magic happens, again to save weight, they've taken the original bonnet, cut out all the strengthening part of the inner skin, so there's a lot of lateral wobble on this, which has only been braced with a bit of racing material known as wood, but obviously does the job for on the circuit. Not sure what I'm going to do with this. May get a different bonnet, may just clean this one up, I'm not sure. I don't know if I could live down having wood in here permanently. But in here we've got the electric motor, which is mounted to the original gearbox, which I think is the T5 gearbox, I think that's what it's called, the ones that are in here. So it's only a 5-speed. I don't know if it's got a clutch mechanism, I'm not quite sure how they got this to work. But it wouldn't run even if I put batteries in it, because it needs a speed control of some sort. So this, well, at least I think it would have, more than likely. So there's no speed controller in this car at all. So if I just put some batteries in just to see it working, I don't think it's going to happen. It'll probably just go straight in. It'll be on or off, and it'll go straight into the wall. Anyway, so we won't be doing that. So the electric motor will be coming out. There's a lot of other little kind of pipes and reservoirs which I can't quite work out what they're for, because I don't think it's a manual steering rack, so there's no power steering pump for it or anything like that. So the engine bay is pretty clean, to be honest. Photos that I got before I bought it, some of them were on a forklift, so I got to see underneath, and the underside looked clean. And it's good to see that the engine bay looks pretty good and pretty straight as well, because obviously a lot of these cars are used for drifting, and well, drifting comes with its hazards. So I think this looks pretty good. I'll probably, in terms of attacking the project, plan is to drop everything, obviously take the gearbox out, the engine out, take out all this custom kind of engine frame that they've made for it, take off the rear racks, just basically take the subframes, take everything off the car, clean it all up, underseal it, service all the parts that need to go into it. I have actually got a replacement engine for this already, which I'm building up, but I'll cover that in another video. So that's the plan. Get it running first, get it MOT so I can get it registered, and then we can look at painting it. Let me just run you through the inside, as that is also about as much fun as the under the bonnet. This does have a working lock, which is a nice touch. So inside we have got, I think, another little, this rot's coming through here, so I think this, certainly the outer skin, you can see the inner skin from here. To be fair, it looks clean, so I don't think it's rotted all the way through. It's just from the single side of it. In the front, I don't know why we got, I think this guy was quite short, I don't know, but there's a wood block over here which is mounted to the space where you put your clutch foot when you're not clutching. Got roll bar, bolt-in one, it's a safety 21, goes through the dash, although I can't say they've probably done an amazing job on the dash, so I'm going to have to sort that out and try and straighten that out. It has come with the optional digital dash, which is well, quite exciting really. Everyone wants a car from the 80s with digital dash, that's what it's all about. So the digital dash should work with the new engine. Oh yeah, and it's got no fuel tank either. I know it's got no fuel tank because I've seen underneath it. So I'm going to have to source a tank. I don't know if I'm going to go fuel cell in the boot, or whether I'll just buy a new Toyota Corolla fuel tank, I don't know. Got some bucket seats which look like, oh, I don't know, yeah, they'll be going in the bin anyway. But yeah, I've got two fixed bucket seats with what looks like some custom subframes which have been made up, although they involve a bit of wood. Wood obviously was the choice of racing material back in the 80s. Carbon fibre obviously was out of the reaches of the common man. In the back we've got a welded in tray which clearly I think they've definitely used to strap down all the batteries. I don't know, maybe they use car or truck batteries to power the motor, so I'm going to have to take all of that out. We do have a rear strut brace that someone's welded in on the back, which is quite nice, but yeah, that may stay. I might take that out, I'm not sure. But from the inside, from the glances that I've looked, it looks fairly clean. For some reason, again, we've got three different colours in here. We've got the original white colour on the doors and on the roof, and then we've got the yellow, then this blue, and then there's an even darker blue on the floor and in the back of this. So I think this car has had lots of different facelifts over the time, which is good. Well, I mean, what do you expect for a car like this, which is like 34 years old? It's been through different phases through its life. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I've not run any power through this. I've got no idea how good or not good, whether even the lights will pop up. It's going to be one of those exciting things to find out as I go along. So yeah,